Hello everyone and welcome back to the Golden Crown here in Gavra Racing. Another week, and this is the final week actually here in Interlagos, and yes, the stream is now working as I was just struggling to get the stream working there, but we are back. Yeah, final week here in Golden Crown to find out who is the best league here in Gavra Racing. But I'm joined once again by...
How's it going, everyone? Shaggy here. Yeah, like he said, last week, last two races, and I'm looking forward to it and see some great racing, hopefully.
Hopefully we will, yeah. And we've got quite a few teams going out on laps at the moment. As we can see, Mares here is putting the fastest time in a 1 minute 9 point. A 1 minute 8.6 from Attingren. What a lap from the Super League driver. Yeah. Remember, he won both of last week's races in the Golden Crown and bringing home the big points for the Super League team as Pope goes second, a 1 minute 8.9 there as well from him. Hello, Tobster in the chat. And the quick sum here of what is happening. So... at the moment, yes, the stream is now fully working. I'm just going to give a little quick announcement on the penalty front. As we're just watching at the moment, Jordi FIFA. Let's have a look and see who's out on track. So we've got a couple of freshman drivers in here today. I don't know why Joe's in a golden black car, but he is a freshman driver. I believe if we have a look at the standings today, so Adam Grin is driving for the Super League team, Pope is driving for the Academy, Mars for the Academy, Jordi FIFA for the Academy, RC8 for the Academy, Metboy Super League, Oriole in the freshman, Bruzy is in the Academy, Thunder's in the freshman, MQD in the Super, Gavra and Mr. Gavranovic himself, the man, the myth, the legend in the Super League. Shankster in the Premier, Sabo in the Premier, Bates is in the freshman, it's Jax is in the Super, or it's Jax in the Super, Black Country Mush in the Premier, Joe in the freshman, Cryptech in the freshman, Toussaint in the Premier, and Xaddy in the Premier. But you'll be wondering why none of the Premier Series drivers have put in a lap here, Shaggy, and it's because they have a penalty from last week, and I'm just quickly get that up for you. I believe, bear with me 2 seconds, just scroll all the way to the bottom. Okay, so the LLP2, the Premier Series, it means that next race, the whole Premier Series team will have to stay in the box until there is 10 minutes left. So the Premier Series team will be able to come out in the next 2 minutes. So it's going to allow a couple of the other teams here, Shaggy, to have a little bit more open air on the track and put in some fast laps.
Space. Yeah, Adam Gren's still leading at the moment, 108.6, and very fast time.
Definitely, and yes, so the Premier Series drivers will be able to come out in the next minute and 40 seconds, and we've had a couple of Academy drivers who have also been removed completely from the Golden Crown, which isn't what we like to see, but the rules are the rules, say Shaggy, and we have to follow them. It
is what it is, as people might say.
It is what it is. It's Jax has just gone first, so a 1 minute 8.5. Let's have a look here and see if anyone else is going to put in a quick time here. As at the moment, we've only had 11 people put in qualifying laps.
Yeah. .108.5 there by It's Jack, very fast. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens.
Like always, a reverse grid for the top 8 then in the sprint race. So the top 8 will be reversed then for the 25%er after the 50% race.
Bear with me a second.
Only 2 people are on the the mediums at the moment. So, what are you saying about the strategy? What are we thinking?
What are you thinking for the strategy? I believe the strategy here is only going to be a one-stop in this race. It'll either be a softer hard or a softer medium. From what I've heard, the softs can go around about 13 to 14 laps here, so the mediums can go a lot longer. So we'll have to see what that'll happen. If there's an early safety car, I can imagine a lot of the drivers will opt for a softer hard strategy.
Yeah.
Bear with me 2 seconds. What if I do that? Oh, I may have done something horribly wrong. Just bear with me. Just carry on, just commentate for me.
It's Jax is still leading this qualifying session at the moment. He's on provisional pole. So we'll see if anyone beats that one.
I apologise if I may have just smacked an ad in the middle of our stream, guys. I'm not sure what's happening here. I'm trying to figure out... Oh, for God's sake. What's this? Create clip. No, I don't want to create a clip. I want to add... Ooh, it's frustrating.
Ooh.
Just getting angry at Twitch. I'm trying to, because you see, usually guys would have a poll for driver of the race in here, but Mr. Gavra Novick himself is racing today, so he can't usually does that for me. A very helpful man indeed. As now, Shaggy, all the Premier Series are actually coming around on flying laps. So have a look as Tuesday and Shanks will be two of the people to have a closer look at, as they both have shown brilliant pace, both in the Premier Series and in the Golden Crown. As Two Saints put in the fastest first sector.
He's purple through the first sector. On board with Two Saint here. He's flying at the moment.
Here's Two Saint flying at the moment. Where's Shanks out on track? Let's have a look. Oh, Shanks has come back into the pit. Shanks went out on the mediums actually, which is quite interesting here. So have a look. There's also Ex-Natty, another one of the fast drivers team, has had an invalidated lap because he put in a time there, but it wasn't anywhere near quick enough. It's Two Saint now. He's going to come up to the line. Oh, and he only goes 9th.
Ooh, 9th. It was a great first sector.
He got fastest first sector, but only 9th there for Two Saint.
Yeah, I would be expecting an improvement from him, so because not a great lad.
So I'm in the view dashboard. Yeah, I'm in the dashboard, so how do you do the thing? This is why you never leave me to do stuff.
Have a good few drivers in the pits at the moment, but
definitely there's quite a lot of drivers in the pits. Obviously it'll be, we're trying to wait for some form of a gap here to maybe put in a time, as at the moment it's a bit of a Super League domination up top, a 1-2 for the Super League at the moment. Brilliant laps from him. Then it's an Academy 1-2. We know how fast Pope and Mares are, but leading the championship by, they were leading the Academy series by quite a lot, as Mares actually took the championship. So Mares, the Academy League champion, is back and is here in this race. And then we have MQD as Super League, then another Academy driver, Jordi FIFA. We've seen him have a good few races. He had a really good race out in Brazil in the Academy, actually. He's actually brothers with Holland Campion here, Shaggy, who is not racing today because they both share the same PS4.
It was his birthday the last day, wasn't it?
It was his Holland's birthday last week, but he isn't racing this week as his brothers stepped in for the Academy League, trying to bring back as many points as they can, as RCA also in the top 10 as well. And interestingly here, though, no Holland champion, the freshman champion, is not here. Also, third place in the championship, Antelopen, is not here this week either. So it's not looking too great in terms for the freshman league, but they've still got Joe and Cryptek still there. They've also got Thunder, Oriole, and also Oriole and GSY Bates as well. So could be a little bit of an underdog team there potentially from the freshman league, but we'll have to find out and see what happens with them. But the Premier Series team pulling out a big team to try and see if they can get the jump here this week, Shaggy, on the Super League, as they've both got first and second place. Toussaint, obviously the champion there, and Shaggy
fastest through the middle sector there.
Thunder has just put in the fastest middle sector. It could be good here from Thunder 50-50. Oh no, he comes into the pits.
Oh.
He put in the fastest middle sector there, Thunder.
What's going on there? I don't know.
Not sure.
As you said, there are a lot of people waiting for gaps, and it's quite a short circuit around here. So if there is 20 drivers on the grid, and if 20 drivers are all out, it's going to be hard to find a little bit of space for yourself. So yeah, it's quite a short circuit around Brazil. So people just... Adam Green goes quickest, 108.3.
A 108.3 from Adam Graham, a blistering time from him, and at the moment he is leading this qualifying session at the moment.
Yeah. As you said, he won both races in Silverstone. Yeah. And yeah, he's the man to beat at the moment, so we'll see if anyone can.
So, just having a look here now, as Jody Fever's on an invalid lap, so's Joe. Cryptek is also on an invalid lap. A lot of people invalidating their laps. There's Sabo moving out of the way there for the Super League drivers. Xnadi's coming out to start his lap. Oriole's put in the fastest middle sector. Is he gonna complete this lap though? Will he come in? Let's have a look. No, he's gonna go for it. This could be a good time from Oriole here for the freshman. He's gonna come across the line. He goes 2 times quicker, moves himself up into 11th place. The moment at the back, Bruzy. Bruzy's in a red and black car. Now, I believe it's Bruzy. I can't remember. Is Bruzy for the... Give me a second. Toussaint, Sabo, Natty, Shankster.
Driving for both teams, maybe.
Yeah, that's really confusing. Black Country, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, he's driving 4. He's driving for Academy. He is Academy driver. Gotta remember, God, it's a bad memory of me. He is an Academy driver.
Speaking of Bruce, he's gone fastest through the first sector.
I can't.
Let's see, 20 seconds left in qualifying, so we'll see if anyone can beat Adam Grant. Or is he going to be on pole for this race?
Yeah, we'll see if anyone can.
He's gone fastest in the first sector, Adam Grant. Is he gonna improve on his own time?
Oh, yes. Oh, here we go. I've got him places. This qualifying session is at the end now. As quickly just focus on this as Adam Gwynn's come around on a lap, but I don't know if he's going to be able to put in a good enough lap time. Let's have a look here. I don't think it's going to beat his lap. I don't think it's going to beat his previous lap. Sorry. As no, Adam Gwynn will take pole at the moment. If anyone could beat him at the moment. Oh, Mares got second in splits. Yeah. Both drivers, and Mares here showing some brilliant pace. The Academy League team should have had him for the whole of the Golden Crown. As look at this here. What a grid we have. So at the moment, I mean, we're gonna have to see the grid at the end. But what an interesting grid we've got going on here, Shaggy. As it wasn't the best of qualifying from it looked like from the Premier League Series team.
Adam Gwynn does take pole though by 1.
Yeah, Adam Gwynn taking pole at the moment. As I'm going to pole then. Mares in second. It's Jax in third. Pope in fourth. Shankster only in fifth. MQD in sixth. Jordy FIFA in seventh. RCA in eighth. Cryptek in ninth. Joe in 10th. X90 in 11th. Toussaint down in 12th place there. I'm not sure what happened to him. Oriel in 13th. Sable in 14th. Thunder in 15th. Mepo in 16th. Gavra in 17th. Brucey in 18th. Black Country in 19th. And Bates will round off the back of the pack there in 18th. Sorry, 20th place is what I meant. Just waiting for the lobby to start. As it now, just gonna start the formation lap.
All set up for a great race here in Brazil. A dry race for the 50 anyway.
Definitely, it's going to be a dry race. I mean, it could change. We've seen races change. It would be an interesting race to see if it was to change halfway through.
Yeah, and who knows for the sprint race? Then it could even be a wet race. So we'll have to wait and see.
Haha! What is it though? What have I done? Give me a second. Oh my god, I've been searching for this for so long. I believe I found it. Okay. Nice. Okay, right. Right, I've managed to figure out, Shaggy, how to do the poll. So at the end, if we could get like about 5 drivers to nominate for driver of the race, and then I will put them in the poll on the final few laps, and then people can vote for who they think the driver of that race was. But just waiting now for the lights to count down here. So the lights are counting down here in Brazil. And it's light sound, and away we go. And you're gonna have to look what's happening here. There's already a bit of a battle happening in the back. There's all this contact between a few of the drivers. Someone's ran really wide. I believe it's MQD. There's contact at the back. Someone's off. Someone's off the track. It's MQD. It's MQD off at the moment. And at the
Met Boy 5-second time penalty.
Met Boy a 5-second time penalty already. I'm not sure what's happened here. Someone's looking for a move. Oh, it was close. But remember, this is a team game at the moment. Is this Jax and X90 having a little bit of a battle here? There's a wheel-to-wheel stuff at the moment. So I can imagine a few cars are going to go for it. As someone moved out wide, I believe it was X90 giving Toussaint room to power through, and X90 losing a few positions because of it. Is Cryptek going down the inside and having a little bit of contact with someone and cut across. He lost the car and had to come across in front of Toussaint, and I think Toussaint may have got a little bit of damage off of that. I saw some damage coming off the cars. Here is now Met Boy down the inside of Toussaint. Has Toussaint got damage? Damage for the... Is it damage for the Premier Series driver? I believe it is.
I tell you, it's Jax has had a pretty bad start. He's lost 5 places in the first lap. So
yeah, it's Jax not having a great start. It's Shankster though up into 3rd position. So Shankster really pushing here already now, trying to gain on the Academy League champion. But I think Toussaint here, caught damage off of the loose car of Cryptek. As Cryptek had a bit of contact with someone, and now there's 2 freshman drivers going wheel to wheel here, Oriol and Cryptek.
It's all pretty close there.
So Oriol and Cryptek, it looks like, Oriol just moved out of the way. Here is now X-Daddy. He's going to try and go around the outside of Oriol. Oh, there's contact between the 2 drivers. There's almost 3 wide into that corner, and now X-Daddy's had to go wide, and that's allowed Oriol and now X-Daddy losing a bunch of positions here.
Yeah.
And he's now alongside Black Country Mush, I believe. Although he's a little bit behind his Black Country Mush, having a little bit of a battle with Thunder, and it hasn't been a great start for Thunder. Here is almost a little bit of contact. Here is Cryptek getting around his teammate, and we're going to see definitely a team game happening here as Met Boy and Toussaint having a battle. It's close. Remember, Toussaint has that damage. I'm not sure who else has damage here. I'm going to assume, Met Boy also has damage. So will we see a few drivers come in maybe for some damage at the moment? Looks like it isn't as Bruce. He's going to have an attack. Bruce, he's going to have an attack as Toussaint down the inside of Met Boy. Will he get the pass done? He's on the outside. There's contact between the two drivers here. Toussaint's going to come back on the track and behind. Shankster getting past Mares at the front as well. And what a race we've got on here. Or it's already started here, Shaggy. And what a race we've got going here as way RCA. And it's Jax going to go wheel to wheel. But it's Shax managing to get it done here. It's X-Danny and Brucey going wheel to wheel. Oh, someone's lost it. It's Brucey.
Brucey's gone.
Brucey lost it into the wall, having a battle with X-Danny. That's surely a safety car. It's a full safety car. Full safety car here.
Oh my!
That's going to be good though. That's good. I can definitely imagine the people who have damaged, the likes of Met Boy and Toussaint. Cryptek, I believe, picked up. Cryptek didn't pick up any damage there, but anybody who picked up damage at the opening laps of this race, Shaggy, I can imagine they're going to go for a hard strategy. As Toussaint got a drive-through penalty for driving under the safety car.
Met Boy as well.
What has happened here?
Ooh. Adam Gren fake going into the pits.
I can imagine here, Shaggy. It's going to be a mix in strategy between drivers. I can imagine a few drivers are going to come in, drivers who have damage, or drivers who are going to try and mix up their strategy. Cryptek in, Oriol in, Met Boy and Toussaint in, as I thought they would do. Thunder are also in. I believe X-Natty's in as well. We've got a ton of people pitting here. And I think, Shaggy, most of these people are the people who had damage. Oh, there's a bit of stacking going on in teams at the moment.
Yeah.
Which isn't going to be great. As Toussaint got stuck behind his teammate. Toussaint got stuck behind a car. I'm not sure who it was, but Toussaint got stuck behind someone in the pit lane, and he's going to be all the way down near the back. I believe Met Boy also got stuck behind someone as well.
X Natty G, Thunder, and Toussaint are all going on to the hard. So I would expect these guys are going to the end.
Yeah, they will. I think they will be going to the end on the hard tyres. Those guys, some people, however, here, Shaggy, pit for the mediums, like Sebastian, Oriole, and Cryptech, and also Metboy onto a set of mediums, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they think there's going to be another safety car. It's definitely possible. So
yeah, we'll have to find out whether there is
we'll see,
another safety car.
We'll have to wait and see, but a good few people opting to stay out at front. All the top 12 didn't go into the pits, so they're gonna maybe stick to their regular strategy, or maybe hoping another safety car will come out. We'll wait and see.
We'll have to see what's going to happen here. Just doing other additional votes. Duration 1 minute. No, I'll have it on for 5 minutes. No, that's a little bit too long. 3 minutes. Hopefully that should have worked. Has it worked? Ah! Wait, it might have worked. Right, so there's a poll up in the chat here that I'm just testing just to see if it's working. So if everyone could put their votes in here.
I'd say very crazy.
Just testing it out, making sure it works quite well here. As the moment here, it's Toussaint here looking for a form of redemption, as he didn't have a good qualifying here, Shaggy, and he's had an even worse start to this race, getting damaged and then getting held up in the pit lane. And remember, also, Shaggy, remember, he's got that drive-through penalty to serve.
Yeah.
As the safety car is in this lap, so Adam Grin is now going to become the de facto safety car.
Here we go. Shankster gonna go for.
Shanks will be looking for a move. He's gonna get as close as he can to Adam Grin. Just wait for Adam Grin to launch. Yeah, now he goes. Adam Grin got a good start there, though. Adam Grin got a good jump, but look how close Maris is. Look how close Maris is behind him. Maris might look for a move into turn 1. He goes for it.
Oh, what a move.
Oh, if he gets that move done, they're going to go wheel to wheel into the second corner. 6 Jacks. It's got the move done on Pope as well as Maris. And Maris and Shankster going wheel to wheel into the first corner. Are they going to get the move done? And it's Maris that gets the move done in the end. Maris getting the move done on and Shankster, and now it's Jax is going to go for it. He's going to try and take it round the outside, and Shankster getting it back down the inside. There's a bit of contact, and it's forced Jax to go wide, and he's lost the position to Pope as well. And Joe here getting around Jordy FIFA and is now in the mix of these top drivers, as well as Toussaint and Metboy trying to move their way up the grid. Here is Metboy's going to go wheel to wheel with Thunder going wheel to wheel with Toussaint here, and Toussaint getting the move done in the end. And now it's a bit of a redemption drive for the Premier Series champion. Will he be able to move his way up the grid, as Mr. Gavra himself has got around Black Country Mush here, but no DRS at the moment, so we're going to have to find out and see whether his Black Country's going to look for it. Is he going to try and go around the outside? He will be on a little bit of a disadvantage towards the end of this move. Did he get the pass done? Oh, Gavra had a bit of a lock-up. Gavra locked up a little bit, and it allowed Black Country to get through. Now Bates is going to attack. Someone's tapped to MQD. MQD spun.
MQD spun.
Yeah, MQD is spun. And there's a few people into the pits. I believe Toussaint and Metboy serving their drive-through penalties. Cryptech also serving a drive-through penalty as well. So these drivers, all the way at the back here, are going to be looking for drive-through penalties. MQD's having some real problems here. As at the moment, it's calmed down a little bit. And the end, everybody, there was a majority vote there to very crazy at the end of the start. And I'm sure me and Shaggy can agree.
X90. Oh,
Xani and
Bates, hold
Bates. Bates is holding on at the moment. A little bit of a battle going on between these two here, freshman and Premier Series drivers. But keep an eye on those gaps up front as well as. Oh, Xani's gone wide, and I think he's let Sabo go through. I think he's let the faster car of Sabo go through. And it looks like that's team orders there. It's Jax. Is he going to look for a move on Pope? No, he isn't close enough. Not close enough yet for the move. Look how close Shankster is behind Mares. X-Natty in. Has he got damage, X-Natty? Or has he got a drive-through? Oh, it could be damage.
Yeah, he just put on those
hats. He's got damage. Yeah, he's got damage just going on to the mediums. So not great here for the Premier Series team at the moment. Only one driver in the top 10 at the moment, and it's that man Shankster at the moment is battling with Mares at the top for second place. Joe's getting quite close as well to Jordy FIFA here. Joe, remember, is not actually in the academy team, he's actually in the freshman league team, even though he has a black and gold car here, but he's going to try and attack on Jordy FIFA as best he can, as it's Jax who's really close behind Pope here at the moment.
Yeah, he's looking good. DRS enabled, remember.
Oh, getting so close between those two there. It's Jax getting close behind as RC8 trying to find his way around the man himself, Mr. Gavra, and have to see whether he can get that pass done. Remember, DRS is enabled here. DRS is back and enabled. So Maris really pulling in some good pace here. Is RC8 going to go for it? Joe getting the move done on Jordy FIFA up into sixth place. Black Country is trying now, going to have to defend from RC8, who's really pushing here at the moment. He's got around the man himself, Mr. Gavranovic. And now RCA is on a prowl. He's got DRS. It's going to go down the inside. Oh, and Jordy FIFA getting the move back done on Joe here. And Shaggy, what an opening start to this race, this Golden Crown here we've had so far.
Yeah, it's crazy, very crazy.
Man, it's just what a start we've had, and it's been mostly clean, a little bit of contact here and there, but you know that's racing, Shaggy, and we have to deal with that. Sometimes there will be contact between drivers, and there will be a bit of damage, but most of the time it is unintentional. But it's Shax, as I think you were just about to say, is really close behind Pope. And there's still a battle here. Everyone from first all the way down to fifth, it's within a second of each other here, and it's Jax who might look for a move on Pope.
Looking close here.
He's looking really close on Pope here, down the inside. He's really late. Maris has run wide. And Shankster getting it done, and it's Jax getting it done.
The moves as well. Oh my god.
Well, from it's Jax he got the move done on Mares. Not on Mares, sorry, on Pope. Is Pope looking for an outside line, couldn't get the pass done.
Jax holds on.
Oh, but Pope, look at him, he's right behind. It's Jax. Is he going to look for a form of a move here?
He might stay behind.
Doesn't go for it there. Manages to save it quite nicely.
Yeah.
And it's going to wait until towards the end of this track here, as Mares getting really close up behind the back of Shankster at the moment. And just have a look down towards the back of the table here. Toussaint getting quite close behind Met Boys still. These two have been having battles for quite a lot of this race here. Both having a similar race in terms of catching damage, both having drive-through penalties. Going on to different strategy though. Met Boy opting for the mediums. Toussaint opting for those hards, which he knows he can get to the end of the race. But back up front here at the moment, Shankster trying to keep as close as he can to Adam Grin up front, and Adam Grin doesn't seem to be storming away as well as he did last week in Silverstone. Oh, Shankster picked up a 3-second time penalty for just... Oh, there's been a big crash!
MDQ.
Who is this? MDQ?
MQD, sorry, MQD.
Big crash for MQD. And what this is going to allow, Shaggy, is all those drivers in the top 7 who didn't pit on the softs are now going to be able to pit here. And I can imagine what this is really good for as well is the likes of Toussaint here. And and Metboy and a few of those drivers that were really far behind at the back are now just going to be able to catch up to the back of the pack here. So what a spin this has put on the race, and I imagine actually, Shaggy, a couple of those drivers who started on the mediums might come in for a set of hards even, if they feel that might be a good option. Try and get a free pit window in, and we're going to see a lot of pit stops here once again as MQD, I'm not sure what happened, you lost it, that was a big crash. If only we had a replay feature. So Jody FIFA gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car.
Oh man!
What a race! Oh, Adam Grin in, Shaggy.
Yeah.
So does Shankster follows. So does Mares. So does Jax. So does Pope.
They're
So
all
I did say those top 5. Let's see if the Jody FIFA doesn't come in. Joe does though. Jody FIFA stays out weirdly enough.
Yeah.
Anybody else going to come in behind? Black Country doesn't, but as I said here, some of those drivers on the 10-lap old medians here, Shaggy, would come in, and it looks like the likes of GSY Bates and Mr. Gavra himself are going to come in, and can imagine, a bit of a wing change for a few of the drivers now, making use of that pit stop window that they've got to hand.
Yeah, and Amgren and Maris both onto the mediums, so...
Yeah, I can imagine they'll be going towards the end of the race. A couple of drivers who were on the softs have gone to the hards, so maybe trying to secure a fast end to this race, but that won't kick in until a little bit later on, as a lot of those drivers who were up near the top had a bit of a wing change and they've come out near the back now, so they're going to have to try and work their way up the field as a couple of those drivers here. Joe here looked like he had damage, so he came, and I think Mr. Gavranovic himself had a bit of damage, so he came in to fix that as well, and I believe Bates as well did a bit of that. But Toussaint back up into 11th, and it's not usually where we're used to seeing him in most of the races, and he's caught up to the back of the pack now, and the safety car will probably stay out for this lap, and I can assume it might come in the next lap.
Was Shankster on the softs? Because he's come onto a fresh pair of softs.
Ooh. Interesting from Shankster.
Yeah. He's going to need to stop it. He must think there's going to be another safety car, maybe. That's
his first stop of the race. Is he on a 2-stop strategy? Potentially.
Possibly, yeah.
Because he may try and get a big enough gap, because he's going to be so much quicker compared to all of the cars in front of us. Jordy FIFA now comes in for his pit stop, and we were wondering why he didn't pit earlier, and he's now making use of that pit strategy, and he's gone onto a set of hards here, and is serving a 10 penalty here, so Quiftex off at the back of the track. But the moment RC8 leads, but remember, these people at the top here, Shaggy, have not made a pit stop, except RC8 actually has made a pit stop.
Yeah,
as you can see.
But I don't know if he's going to get those tires to the end.
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult for him to get it to the end of the race here. And thank you everyone for joining us here in the stream. If you haven't already, go and subscribe to the Gavra Racing YouTube channel, where we're nearing 1,000 subs. Imagine when we get to 1,000 subs, Shaggy, what that'll do to Gavra Racing as a whole, and I'm sure it'll push us all forward as a whole league. And we're on 914 at the moment, so get going and get subscribing. Also, make sure you subscribe to the Twitch channel as well here. This is where we'll be streaming most of the F1 races from now on, I believe. At the moment, it's going to be all the F1 races be streamed on here. We'll be sorting out all the broadcasting for next season. And yeah, make sure you follow Twitter and Instagram as well. Support the Patreon. Support Gavra Racing any way you can. And as my fellow co-commentator Shaggy just said, the safety car is in this lap. And Shaggy, we've had a bit of our breath now, mate. But it's about to get even more hectic, because here comes the second wave of the safety car restart.
I think Shankster might be one to watch. He's on the fresh softs.
Yeah, Shankster looks like he's going to be, and there's already overtaking happening already between everyone here. As at the moment, it's going to be so tight into the first corner. As Sabo being pushed. Oh, someone's round. Shut.
Yeah, Black
Country and his teammate Sabo have had a crash.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Black Country, it looked like Black Country just lost the car and he's moved round and he's gone, unless he had contact with someone. I didn't quite see what's happening, but now Shankster is trying to move all over the back, and I'm genuinely in shock. That's 2 Premier Series drivers being taken out in the opening stages of this race, and Shaggy's, not Shaggy, sorry, you're Shaggy, Shankster, sorry, both give with SH, both. Shankster here.
Oh, and Joe going at it.
And so, yeah, Joe here trying to get around Natty, and Joe's having to battle here after the Premier Series driver as Natty went for a big dive, and Joe's got damage once again. As at the moment, that was a big moment in the races. Look at Shankster, look at Shankster here, really catching on Mares. He's got a bit of a gap to make up if he wants to get around Adam Grinners. Shankster here, gonna look for a move. He's gonna go down the inside, and he's on he's on the fresher tyres, and you can see why that Shankster really pushing here, and now he's got the RC8 and Adam Grin to catch up, and Adam Grin's going to be held up a little bit by the car in front. Is Xanny picking up a 3-second time penalty, and Joe here seems to be struggling a little bit on these with this wing damage that he's got, as there's 2 freshman drivers going at it here, as GSY Bates run a little bit wide. Is Gavra going to go down the inside? No, he backs off here, and good clean racing from all of these drivers as Natty down the inside of Joe. Will he get around the outside? If he gets around the outside of Metboy here, this is going to be not Metboy, sorry, Gavranovic. What a move that would have been. But what a move around Joe here as Joe with 3 wide. 3 wide into that corner here as Joe and Natty both going wheel to wheel, and Joe just couldn't get the corner done under the damage, and that's allowed Metboy. Metboy's hit the back of Natty!
Natty G, big damage, I think. Adam Gren gets past RC8 for the lead as well.
Natty into the pits. Metboy just hit the back of Natty and span him round. I don't know whether it was intentional or not, but Adam Gren at the moment taking lead. What has happened? What has happened to the Premier Series team? Toussaint up into 7th place now, and he's getting around Thunder, and what a comeback drive this is going to be from the Premier Series champion. If he can get up there, this will be an astonishing drive from him, but 20 laps to still go in this race here, Shaggy. Exactly. And what drama we've had already. Shaggy's sorry, trying to go around the outside, can get the pass done. As he's getting so close behind RCA at the moment, as Mares sticking with them. And I'm going to say, what a drive here from the Academy League team, as Pope up into 5th position, and we've got Academy drivers in the top 5, 3 Academy drivers in the top 5.
Yeah, big turnaround from last week.
Definitely, and I said, and I had actually had Pope. We'll just leave that for a second. The Shankster is going to look for a move down the inside of RCA. Will he get the pass done? He does cleanly. Clean pass there from Shankster on RC8. And I was going to say, I actually had Pope message me after the Azerbaijan Grand Prix saying, what can I do to improve the reputation, and what can I do to help improve the racing of the Academy League team? And I said just get in a party to talk strategy and have a clean race, and I'm sure the reputation will improve. And look at it now, Shaggy, they're really starting to prove it here. It's 3 of them in the top 5 at the moment. Because at the moment, Shankster dropping back a little bit from Atom Grid.
He's
but
on the softs though.
Shankster's got to pit at some point again. He'll be hoping for another safety car, but I think there's only a space for 1 more safety car before I believe we reach the max. So we're going to have to see what happens there, as Cryptek and Joe having a little bit of a battle there, but Cryptek getting past him. Obviously, team orders there, as Joe's struggling a little bit with wing damage here at the moment.
Shankster goes fastest lap on 1:11.0.
What happened at the beginning? If only I had I wish. Right, F1 next year, right? Oh, Black Country's retired, I believe. Is Black Country's retired the car? Oh, VSC, is he crashed? Or has he just retired the car? I'm not sure what's happened.
VSC.
Oh, and it's allowed Sabo to come in quickly and make a pit stop, because he was on 16 lap mediums, and he's going to go on to another set. Is this mediums or softs? I think he's going on to a set of softs here for him.
Or no, softs.
Softs, I believe it is. So that's allowed Sabo to have a little bit of a free pit stop, it looks like.
Yeah.
Ex-Nanny coming in as well. He's going to try and make use of a free pit stop. And he's going to come in. Set of mediums. So Ex-Nanny trying to go to the end of the race on those mediums. And they're 3-lap-old mediums from the beginning. So, and is this Adam? Who is that at the back now? It's Jordy FIFA at the back, who's coming around, and I was going to have a bit of action here with Ex-Nanny out of the pit exit here. A little bit of a battle at the back there. So we've got green flag racing underway once again. And at the moment, I don't think there's going to be many overtakes. Met Boy, though, all over the back of GSY Bates. So Met Boy's going to have a little bit more speed with those soft tyres.
Yeah.
And here goes Met Boy. He's got DRS open. His ERS is on overtake. He's going to go for it. He dives to the inside. Will he get the pass done here, Met Boy?
Ooh, can he hold it?
Oh, it's going to go wheel to wheel brilliantly. Clean racing. Move. What a move from Met Boy. His quick tech getting around the man himself, Mr. Gavra, and now Joe going to be trying to gain on him as well here as at the moment. Oh, Oriole getting around Thunder here, but remember both Premier Series, not Premier, sorry, Freshman League drivers. And it's not looking like, it's looking at the moment, I believe, with the standings at the moment here, Shaggy, I believe it looks like the Super League are going to win it.
Yeah. Super
League leading by 53 points. Shankster getting is that 18 in second? Yes, 18 points. Toussaint in 6th, so that's 25. No, it's 25-21, isn't it? How's the points go in F1 these days? God, I'm
18, I believe, for second.
Is it 18 or is it 21?
Because I think it's 18. Because
I thought it was. Because I'm probably thinking of GT Sport now, aren't I?
But Shanks is close. He's close to Adam Gren here. Is he gonna go? Ooh, no. He thought about it, but
So yeah, Shankster getting really close behind Adam Grin at the moment. Oh yeah, second place is 18, so second, third, fourth, fifth, 6th, so 18 plus 8 is 26, so 26 points with only Toussaint and Shankster in the top 10. That would mean that the Super League are going to win it with Adam Green getting 25 points.
Yeah.
And Met Boy getting 2. So that's 26 points. So there's 26 points to both teams. So that would make Super League the champions at the moment. Anything can happen here, but at the moment, it's Super League the champions at the moment. But I have to see what happens.
There's still another race to go as well, so if they don't win it in this one.
Yeah, and they do. Yeah, as well, they do definitely have the next sprint race, which you get slightly less points for that race. But remember, it's only 25%. So I can imagine the Premier Series team will be looking for all of their drivers to be in the top 10 if they want any form of a chance of getting the jump on the Super League team. As at the moment here, the Premier Series team have 2 drivers out the top 10, 2 drivers in the top 10, and 1 driver who's crashed out in this race. So Met Boy having a look quite close behind Thunder here, Shaggy. Let's have a look down here as Met Boy really close behind Thunder, and you're starting to see the time here, Shaggy, in terms of the softs to those really old hards. Thunder 17 laps on those hards, so is Toussaint. And Met Boy's going for a move. Met Boy gonna try and look around the outside. Will he get the pass done? Oh, it's getting close.
And is he gonna hold it? No, Thunder holds on.
Thunder holding on at the moment. There's a couple of
Boy.
penalties coming in here as Met Boy. No, didn't manage to get the move done. And Thunder here. Thunder got into that DRS activation zone before Met Boy did, so he had that DRS advantage down that straight and keeps 8th position at the moment. But I can imagine Met Boy's tyres and those softs will be dropping off quite soon. He's going to really struggle to get them to the end, but so is Shankster. How's he going to manage to get them to the end?
I mean, he's going to be praying for a safety car, but...
Definitely, we'll have to find out, and I have to do some very quick maths after this. But remember, also in the Golden Crown as well, we're gonna have to wait for that. As Shankster's got big moves, he's gonna go down the inside. He's got the pass done on Atom Grin. Takes the lead here over Atom Grin at the moment. So RC8 comes into the pits here. But as I was just about to say, remember the top 8 is reversed. Whoever finishes in 8th place will start in 1st place for the next race. So at the moment, that's going to be Met Boy. But if Met Boy pits, it could be someone else. So we'll have to find out here whether who will be on pole at the moment.
Met Boy on Thunder. Ooh.
Met Boy at the moment is Met Boy, Met Boy and Thunder. Sorry. As Met Boy getting around Thunder there. As at the moment.
Now is Atom Grin going to be able to fight back? He's close.
He's close, yeah. It's going to be interesting because they've got wheel to wheel into turn 1, and Atom Grin gets the move done. But now who's going to have DRS into the next corner?
We'll have to see.
It's Shankster. It's Shankster. He's going to look for an outside line. Will he get the pass done?
Whoa.
Oh, I've looked down the back as Thunder and Cryptek are going at it as Cryptek down the inside. But remember, these two guys aren't fighting against each other. They're fighting with each other. And I believe Thunder just moved out the way to allow Cryptek to go past. But a move there from Atom Grin back up into 1st position. And it's a two-way race between these two at the moment.
Although all they're fighting is, it might allow Maris into the mix.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see whether it does. So let's have a look here. I don't think Shanks is close enough here, Shaggy.
No, Atom Grin's gonna hold on another lap anyway.
Yeah,
and the thing about those softs is, now the medium tire is going to be faster than those softs, because they're 13-lap-old softs now, and that's when they start to wear off a bit. So you might not have the tire advantage anymore. Yeah,
you might not have to see whether he'll have that tire advantage. There's a new poll in the chat here, and who you would like to see win the Golden Crown. So get your votes in the chat, guys. I mean, at the moment, there's really only 2 contenders, Premier and Super, in terms of points. But who would you have liked to seen win it at the start? You can put that into your contribution as well. And who would you like to see it? So you can put either one of those 2 votes into the poll. As Shankster, Shaggy, you were completely correct there, mate. As Shankster's time's now dropped off, and he's coming to the pits.
Yeah,
he's coming to the pits. He's dropped by about 1.2 seconds.
Yeah.
Off of Atom Grin, and now it's Mares to try and gain on Atom Grin at the moment. Where will Shankster come out? I think he's going to come out in front. He's going to come out in the middle, I believe, of Oriole and Cryptek. Yes, he will. He's going to come out in the middle of Oriole and Cryptek. It's going to be close between him and Oriole. As yeah, it comes out in the middle of Oriole and Cryptek here, and at the moment it's a bit of a three-way battle going on at the back here, as Joe and GSY Bates here having a little bit of a battle, but I think Bates is just going to let Joe through, just allow him to get through and carry on with the race, as they are both teammates, remember, as that's really the only closest thing we've got on at the moment. It's RCA, it's actually having a little bit of a battle with it's Jax down at the back here. As I don't see many polls in the I don't see many votes in the chat, guys. What are you doing? Get voting for your voting for who you would like to see win the Golden Crown here.
It's been a great recovery drive from Toussaint if he can hold those tires out till the end.
It will be
22 lap old.
Brilliant recovery drive. Hits him and Thunder both on 22 lap old hards. 23 now it's going to become, and Toussaint is gaining on Pope. Toussaint showing some speed. He is gaining a little bit on Pope as RC8 and Bates, and RC8 getting around Batesy, and there's a bit of a three-way battle happening at the back here as RC8's gaining on Joe now on those fresh softs as Shankster around Oriole here into 6th place, and that looked like that move was going to happen pretty easily. Yeah, and he was on the fresh mediums, as he said. So at the moment, RC8 on fresh softs, now gaining down Joe on those 15 lap old hard, sorry, and 4 votes to the freshman in the chat. Wow. Looks like a lot of people wanted to see the freshman league win. Oh, it's Jackson, Bates. I think that's what you're going over, I'm guessing.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
It's fine, as it's Jax down the inside. A little bit of lag between the two cars, but in the end, it's Jax gets the move done there, Shaggy.
Yo, Pope.
Oh, Maris is in.
Yeah.
Maris is in for fresh softs. Clearly, there's a window of opportunity because Maris is in for fresh softs. And look at Maris. Look where he's going to come out. He's going to come out ahead. I believe he's going to come out. Oh, it's going to be close between him and Shankster, but Maris is going to come out behind Shankster.
Yeah,
but now,
he's gonna have softs.
Yeah, he's gonna be on fresh softs. So this could have been a great move here from Maris, looking for a form of cutback, and now that's going to allow Maris to really gain on Shankster here.
Question is though, Maris was on 16 lap old mediums. Adam Grin is on the same tires, so. Is Adam going to need to pit again, or will he be able to hold those tires out till the end?
I'm not sure. I believe it's going to be close. Like Adam Grin, he's pushing those tires to the limit. Can imagine he's he's one of the top Super League drivers, so I can imagine he's keeping those tires well under wraps and keeping them from just managing the tires well. An 11-second gap over Pope at the moment. Toussaint 1.5 seconds behind Pope, and what a drive this could be from Toussaint if he manages to pull this up. Potential driver of the day, driver of the race, just driver of this race as Maris gets the move done on Shankster, as that's probably what you went at again.
Yeah, RC8 and Thunder going at it as well.
Oh, RC8 and Thunder at the back, and this contact between the two cars, and Thunder in the end comes off a little bit worse, and now he's going to be attacked by Joe. But remember, they're both on the same team here. Both Joe and Thunder both on the freshman. Remember, as Bates closing down, and it's Jax and get Mr. Gavra himself closing down on that battle as well. So a little bit of a battle for 11th going on as Joe doesn't want to look for a move on his teammate. Backs off in the end because he knows he doesn't want to go for a move on his teammate there.
Yeah, I think Thunder must have damage.
I think Joe does as well, I believe. Oh, yeah, they do. Sorry, they both have damage.
Yeah.
So they're going to be maybe losing a little bit of time now, Shaggy, to the battle behind, which is 3.2 second gap to Joe, and that's the battle for 11th place, and it could potentially come the battle for 9th. Battle for points here.
Yeah.
And it's Jackson, Mr. Gavranovic himself will both be looking to get into the... Oh, Maris has put in the fastest time. Maris really pushing here in these final few stages. 6 laps to go. And he's going to close down a 5.8 second gap to the man himself. Toussaint as Joe getting around Thunder, it looks like. So team orders there, and Joe getting around Thunder into 9th place now.
Yeah, if Toussaint can hold these tires on till the end, I mean they're 26 laps old now, so if he can hold these tires
Let's have
out
a
till
look
the
at the
end.
position changes. Toussaint up 9 places. Oriole, what a race from him. Potential driver of the day here. As Bates as well having a good race as well, so he's going to be in there. So I'll put a few drivers in the poll for driver of the day. As Bates looked like he was going to go down the inside there, but backed off in the end. And yeah, Shankster though is one of the drivers that's made 2 stops in this race and is still in 5th position, along with Mares as well, who's had a good race here. Pope had a good race as well. He's all the way up in 2nd. So if Pope can keep that 2nd, his name's definitely going down on the list as well here. So
another consistent drive by Adam Grin.
Definitely, it is a consistent drive from Atom Grin as well. But we don't want to be constantly giving him driver of the day, because you know, he does an outstanding job as always, and you've seen it last week when he won both races, and he's looking like he's going to win this race here in Brazil. He's got to take those mediums, Shaggy, and over 5 more laps.
Yeah,
I reckon he might be able to do it here. It looks like it.
I mean, Pope is 13 seconds behind.
And I mean, unless he wants to go for a pit stop and try and get the jump on the rest of the drivers with those fresh softs, but I can't imagine him doing that with a 13-second gap.
I don't think it's worth it. Oh. Sorry.
Yeah, I can't imagine him doing that at the moment. But Toussaint, 2.5 seconds behind Pope now, and that's that tyre starting to come into play. That gap, Shaggy, keep an eye on it. Mares has brought it down to 3.7 seconds.
I mean, he's going to catch him, I would say, but getting past...
RCA is actually now... RCA has got around that battle with Bates and it's Jackson. It's now all over the back of Joe, and he got forced a little bit onto the grass. RCA almost losing it onto the grass, and now is he going to look for a move? Yeah. No, he doesn't go for it there. Now Joe... Joe's behind. He's actually catching on Cryptek and Oriole, and RCA really trying to push back here on the fresh softs here. As now he's going to look for a move down the inside of Cryptek and slots in between the two. Definitely a good move there from RCA. It splits the 2 freshman drivers up, and now he's going to be looking for a move on Oriole. Will he try and get the move done into this corner? No, he won't. He's going to wait. Smart racing there from RCA.
He has time, you know, he's got the fresh tires. Just be patient and he should get past.
Definitely, be patient is the word here.
But here we go.
And, he's going to try and look round the outside. If he gets his pass done, it'll be a great move.
What a move.
He's going to get it done down the inside. A brilliant move there by RCA. Up into 6th position, and the Academy showing their stuff. It's late on the brakes from Oriole, but in the end, RCA comes out on top. But I'm going to have to say that a brilliant comeback drive from the Academy this week, showing why they did deserve to be in the Golden Crown here. And Pope in 2nd, Mares in 4th, and RCA in 6th. So good drives from them. As we'll have to see how the points end up towards the end of this race. As RCA getting the move done, and he's now opened up a big enough gap there to Oriole from behind to just start to shift away from him. But he's got a 10-second gap ahead there, Shaggy, and I don't think he's going to be able to get that down.
Yeah. Not about that.
Have to see what happens on the end with penalties. As Met Boy getting the move done on his teammate, but remember they are teammates, so team orders will be the key. As Bates is still all over the back of It's Jax here at the moment, and It's Jax isn't far away now from Thunder here, and Thunder's sort of dropped a little bit into this battle with that wing damage, and with 2 laps remaining, that's going to turn into a bit of a 4-way battle there for a point. It's going to be a 4-way battle for 1 point here. Maybe a vital point it could be.
Yeah, all the points count. Mares, the gap between Toussaint and Mares is down to under a second, so...
there might be a little bit of a battle happening here as Met Boy, as he said, that gap down to now less than a second as... it's Bates down the inside of Met Boy! And Met Boy gets the position back. Look at that gap to Mares and Toussaint now.
I would say the next straight. Tucson could be in trouble.
Say, oh, Met Boy and it's Jax having a battle now. It's 3 wide. There's Met Boy and Bates is round.
It's almost round.
Bates is round. Yeah. It's Bates is round. It went 3 wide into that corner, and it was just going to end it wasn't going to end well for those drivers. And yeah, in the end, it was Bates that came out worse, and he spun round there.
But Mares he's gonna have DRS here on Toussaint for the last spot on the podium. Is he gonna get a move in? He's gone round there.
It's Mares and Toussaint. Yes, he's having a battle, and Mares now looking for a second to last lap move on Toussaint. He's gonna have the DRS. Toussaint's gonna defend.
DRS open.
Toussaint's going to defend, but Mares just got so much more speed on those fresher soft tyres.
Yeah, nice move. And,
so Mares up into 4th place there.
I don't think Tucson's going to be able to.
Let's just get up the position changes, and at the moment, let's get a few more drivers in here. So Toussaint up there. Okay, so I'm going to put Oriole.
Last lap.
It's now the last lap of this 50%er, but remember, Shaggy, what do we have next?
We got the 25% race, and remember, the top 8 are reversed, so at the moment, Cryptek would be on pole.
Cryptek will be on pole for the next race if he finishes where he is.
Metboy is close.
And I'm going to put you in there. Bear with me a second.
Ooh.
So get your drivers of the race in here as Thunder and Metboy having a bit of battle here. Metboy up into 10th place now.
Can Thunder fight back? No, he doesn't have the DRS though.
He doesn't have the DRS at the moment. So get your driver of the I've put driver of the day, but it's actually driver of the race. So just
Adam Grin wins.
Adam Grin at the moment wins the first race here in Brazil. Big points for the Super League. Pope, what a race he's had. The second place in the Academy League is going to come round and take second place here. And who's that in the end? I believe it was just a lapped car, but Toussaint gets third. Toussaint gets third. Pope goes all the way down to 5th, and Mares gets second because of Pope and his penalties. And Pope in the end with penalties gets 5th place. Shankster gets 4th. Toussaint gets 3rd. What a drive from him. What a drive from Tucson 0208. And brilliant drive from him. But yeah, make sure you get your drivers of the race in here, guys. And yeah, Pope in 5th, RCA in 6th, Oriole in 7th, Cryptek in 8th, Metboy in 9th. Joe rounds off the points in 10th place. It's Thunder in 11th, it's Jax in 12th, Gavra Novik in 13th, Bates in 14th, Sabu in 15th, Jordy FIFA in 16th, and Exnadio come round the back in 18th place. But I see 19 of you watching, and there's no votes in the poll there. Come on, we need 19 votes in the poll here. Who is your driver of the day? Is it Toussaint, Mares, Oriole, Metboy, or Shankster?
Another win for Adam Grin as well.
Another brilliant win there by Adam Grin. And I believe who finished out the Super League in the top. Wait, let's have a look. So, Super League, Metboy got 2 points. Adam Grin got 25. So that's 27 points for the Super League. Toussaint got... How many did Toussaint get there? 18, 15 points. Shankster got 12. Yeah?
12. Yep.
So that's 15 and 12. That's also 27. Oh, so at the moment, it looks like going into the final race, it is still a 53-point gap between it's still a 53-point gap between the Super and the Premier Series. In terms of the other leagues, Mara's got 18 points. Pope got, just bear with me a second.
Maris had the fastest lap as well, though.
Mara's 8, so Mara's 19 points. Where did Pope finish? Was it in 5th? So 5th is, so 4th is 10th, then 5th is 8 points. I didn't see the rest of the grid. I'm just trying to do calculations here. Because I'm looking to see whether the... I'm looking to see whether the... Give me a second. I'll be able to have a look at it. Just bear with me a second, guys. But let's have a look and see who the driver is. So the driver of that race went to Tucson 0208. So well done to him. What a drive from him, wouldn't you agree, Shaggy?
Very good. P12 to P3, was it?
Yes, it was. Yeah. And after he had that incident at the start as well, he was all the way at the back. So brilliant race from him. If you just bear with me 2 seconds, guys, while we shut out the lobby. I'm going to try and do some maths for you. Quick maths. So I believe, Shaggy, that is a 53, still a 53-point gap between both of them. Remember, that may seem like a lot, but remember, there's 5 people per teams. So it could end in any way. I'm going to have to go back for an hour worth of footage. Give me a second. Bear with me then, guys. Yeah, I'm doing the maths for all the leagues, and I'll put them in the chat for you. So, if... Oh, God, this is going to be difficult. Right, bear with me. I'm only really interested in the top 10. Right, so the Super League. Bear with me here, guys, please. Shaggy, can you tell me when the lobby starts again, please? Thank you. So 194 points, which was a 53-point gap to the Premier. So if they got, what did we agree on? 27 points, is it? Because Atom Green gets 25, Met Boy gets 2. So that's 27 points. So 194. So at the moment, the Super League, if I can go back in the chat, the Super League is on 221 PT. So these are just the calculations, Shaggy, after that race. We also agreed that Premier also got 27, didn't we? Yes, because Toussaint got 3rd, which is 15, and Shankster got 4th, which was 12. So that makes 27. So whatever that, 141, which is 168. That's a big points gap. So, hi, I'm Grin in the chat. Premier Series is on 1. Give me a second. Is on 168. That seems, yeah, that's still a 53-point gap. The freshman after that, 86 points, and they got, oh God, what do you get for 7th? If that's 1, 2, 4, oh God damn it! What did Shaggy help me? What? Is it 8? Is it 6? It must be 6, surely. Because then 8th, you get 4th. It must be 6. Right, so if it's 6, so it's... Yeah, I'm just doing the... Yeah. Just getting it done now, I'm grin, mate. So that's 6, and then 4, and 1, so that's 11. Slow maths for me, so that's 11. So that's... Give me a second, I'm going to do this one in my head. So 86 plus 11 is 97. So the freshman is on 97. Has the lobby started yet? And the academy, so Mara's got second, which was 18. Then Pope got 5th, which we agreed on was 10, wasn't it? Yes, 10. And then RC8 got 6th, which is 8th. And that was it. So that's 36 points. Oh, they overtaken the freshman. 70... 36. So 7. Wait, so it's... Ooh. So the academy... $50, $68, $86 and $27. Well, what I'm looking at on the website, Atom Grin, it's 94 points, and you guys got 27. So 94 plus 27 is... Wait, 194 plus 27. Yeah, 194 plus 27 is 221, Atom Grin. 70 plus 70, 36. Oh, God, you distracted me now. That means 36 is 106. So at the moment, the academy are on... Academy, are you ready for this, Shaggy? Are on 106 points. So the freshmen are now at the bottom on 97. The academy are third on 106. The Premier Series are second on 168. And at the top, the Super League are in the lead on 221 points. If everybody else got that, so that is the points at the moment, and that's the points after the first race, and then we'll have to find out when it in the second. But if the Super League get more points, the Premier Series have got to get a 53-point gap back, and it's possible. It's still possible, Shaggy, mathematically, but the Premier Series have got to pull something out of the bag here.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one.
Joe, the Premier points are in the chat, mate. Just scroll up and have a look. It doesn't help that people, Atom Grin and Despot, started typing in the middle of my calculations.
Oh, boy.
Pope saying that 10 seconds off of his penalty should have been taken away, but I'm sure the students will look at that. But in the end, Pope really, though, there's not really much need to make a said claim, because mathematically the academy can't win. So those points, whether you got more points or not, would have not have made a humongous of a difference. I mean, yes, you would have been further ahead of the freshman, don't get me wrong, but make a claim if you want, but I'm not sure that anything will happen to it. So that is the point, Shaggy, and are you ready for this quick second race?
I'm ready for the last race of the Golden Crown.
Pope, you're already beating the freshman, mate. You're 9 points ahead of them at the moment. But if my calculations are correct, well, they should be. I'll have to do some quick maths at the end, but in any case, if the Super League get more points than the the Premier Series, they'll win. But if you guys would like me to do some calculations for the other leagues as well, Desperate, are you asking me if I'm sure? I mean from looking at the results last time, I mean that's correct. And from what's on I'm only going what's off the points off of the Gavra Racing website, mate. So.
Oh, looks like people are reading up now, so should be good to go, I think.
Oh, yes, we are ready to go. Okay. Yes. But the legend is always correct. Wait, who is the legend, though? Is the legend Ming? Or is the legend Mr. Gavranovic? If you're on about the points are correct, the points being correct on the website, then the Gavra being the legend, then yes, I can agree with that. But if you're on about my points, then that's me. You're the legend. Wait, I'm confused. You've confused me, Despot. You've confused me. But anyway, remember, Shaggy, what's going to happen here? No qualifying session, but the top 8 reversed. And did you say it was Cryptek who was going to be starting on pole?
Is though.
Ooh, we might have to see. Hi, Vinay. I'm surprised you weren't in here earlier, mate. Vinay usually comes into a lot of the chats here, but thank you to all 26 of you watching. If the other people who have just joined us, if you haven't already, I mean, you would have missed a very interesting and very, very a hectic, but very, very good first race. It was very, very good, Vinay. Thank you. It was very, very good race. There was a couple of upsets in there. But it was an amazing race, and on to the 25% now. But remember, if you want to watch anything back, any highlights back from, well, not necessarily highlights, you'll actually be able to watch the full race back. If you want to watch the full race back from any of the Golden Crown races, they'll be over on the Gavra Racing YouTube channel, where we are getting the Gavra Racing YouTube channel. You're Peter Speckens. You're the Holland champion Jordi FIFA. Oh, that makes so much sense. That I'm not confused anymore now. So Shaggy, the man in the chat who's called Desper is Holland champions and Jordi FIFA's dad, who watches their races.
Oh, alright.
That's why he was saying the legend, because we called him a legend, because just something funny happened anyway.
Okay.
Vinay, where did Cryptek come? Cryptek came in 8th, I believe, so Cryptek will be starting on the front row because of the reverse grid that's happening. Oriole will start 2nd, Arcene in 3rd, Pope in 4th, Shankster in 5th, Toussaint in 6th, and look what Shankster here, Shaggy, and Toussaint have to do. They have to, Shanks and Toussaint need to keep Atomgrin behind them. If they want any form of a chance of getting this, they need to keep him and any other Super League people, so that's Met Boy is the other Super League person, behind them. That's all they need to do, and they need their other Super League teammates, Black Country Mosh, X90, Sabo, to get up into that top 10 there.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, they're probably going to need Adam Grin and Met Boy to crash out and not finishing the points.
Yeah, that's what they'll be hoping for, but they can still mathematically win it, and we'll be able to see whether they can do it or not. But make sure you guys are ready. We're about to find out who is the best league here in Gavra Racing at the moment. The Super League are leading, but we won't find out until after this race. But remember, the points are reduced for this race, as it is only a sprint race. And here we go. You want tyres, do you? Sorry, Techers. Let's lights out, and away we go. And Cryptek not off to a bad start here. And already there's an Academy driver diving it down the inside. It's Pope and Shanks having a little bit of a battle as well. And now, Toussaint's had a bad crash. Who's round? It's Shankster. It's Shankster round. Shaggy and Shankster.
No. That might be it.
That could be it. As Two Saints dropped to 7th. Where's Adam Green? Adam Green's ahead of Two Saint now. This could be it. It might already be over for the Premier Series. We'll have to find out. As Cryptek still leading. Then it's RCA in second. Oriole in third. Pope in fourth. As Pope trying to look down the inside. And then it's Mares in fifth. To Adam Green in sixth. Two Saint in seventh. Joe in eighth place. It's Jackson ninth. Met Boy in 10th. Thunder in 11th. Bates in 12th here at the moment. Sabu in 13th. Gavra in 14th. Natty up into 15th. Jordy FIFA in 16th. NQD in 17th. Black Country 18th, and the biggest upset of them all, Shankster, is all the way down in 19th place. And what a mix-up that's going to be if Premier Series had any chance of doing it. Who's off?
It's Two Saint.
Two Saint had a collision with someone. Who did Two Saint have a collision with? Oh my God, it's gone from bad to worse for the Premier Series team. I don't know what's happened. That's surely it. They're both out the points. But at the moment, it's the Super League winning. We will not find out until the end of this race. So we can only confirm it at the end of the race here as both Pope and Mares. Pope and Mares getting around the freshman driver of Oriole. It looks like at the moment, if Pope and Mares stay where they are, the Academy will finish ahead of the freshman. But Cryptek in second place now. RC8 leading at the moment. Cryptek in second. Mares in third. Pope in fourth. Oriole in fifth. Is Adam Green in sixth, Joe in seventh, is Sabo. Is Adam Green getting the pass done on Oriole? Adam Green getting the move done on Oriole. Adam Green's going to be really trying to fight his way. He's going to be trying to fight his way back up the grid here. And you notice here, Shaggy, a lot of the people outside of the top 10, a lot of that Premier Series lot who had started outside of the top 10 have opted for the medium strategy. So
Adam Green.
Go on.
He doesn't need to do anything stupid, though. I mean, as long as if he finishes in fifth, you know, they probably will win it. So.
Oh, someone's off at the back. Who is it? Oh, it's Jordy FIFA. Jordy FIFA off at the back. Jordy FIFA off at the back at the moment. It's Jax getting down the inside of GSY Bates and getting the move done. Did Two Saint have any damage, Shaggy? No damage to no damage to Two Saints' car. What about Shankson? No damage to him. So just spins from the drivers.
I think
Jordy FIFA into the pits. I think he had a bit of damage. It looks like. It just looks like it was a spins from the drivers. Whether there was contact, it could have been contact between a couple of the drivers.
No serious damage anyway, I think, though.
No serious damage to the cars. But another crazy first lap to this race, and 3 laps out of 18 done so far, and at the moment the Super League are winning, and the Super League will win as Joe getting the move done on Oriole, and Oriole spun round. Oriole's had a spin. Oh, and he's hit Sabo. Is he hit Sabo?
Sabo ran into him.
Oh, Safety car. And that's gonna just have to go down as a racing incident, because if Oriole spun, then there's nothing really much Oriole can do to control the car, and Sabo's just gone into him, it looks like. And everyone on the softs are pitting, so they know that. I can imagine everyone coming in, really. Looks like a couple of the people who started on the mediums, though. Shaggy, Shankster, Black Country Must staying out. A ton of people coming in here. Look at the pit stops being made.
Jeez,
Oh, Two Saints gone for a set of softs. Now, that's an interesting strategy because, as I said, Shaggy, those softs can go about 13 to 14 laps into this race before they start to drop off. So, if Two Saint can conserve his tyres well, and actually the safety car will do a lot of that for him for the next few laps, him and the likes of X-Nanny, who are both, we know, fast drivers in the Super League, and X-Nanny actually a race winner in the freshman as well. We know these drivers are quick, so they'll just try and conserve their tyres and then try and get the push in the early stages to get into the top 10. But they need as many drivers in the points as they can. As at the moment, Atom Grin and Met Boy in the points. And at the moment, from what I can see in the points, it would still be a win for the Super League team, but not by as big as margin as they had. But remember, Black Country and Shankster still have to pit.
Still need to pit, But this safety car, it's going to help out the Premier Series a bit because they had a terrible start. But this might help them out a bit.
Ooh, someone's running a little bit wide there. So I believe it may have been Joe, it looks like, but he's back onto the track. And the full safety car is out, so we'll have it for another lap here. Someone's come in. Oh, Black Country's come in. Black Country in.
Yeah. Shankster, the only one
here from Black Country.
still to pit.
Black Country's going to come out at the back of the grid now. The Premier Series need to pull off something real big here if they want any form of a chance of getting this. There's Pope and Mares here. Another great race from them at the moment, up in 4th and 5th. I'm sure they'll be looking for another set of podiums here, as Mares got 2nd last race. Pope did actually finish in the podium, but had big time penalties, as Jolly FIFA picks up a 5-second time penalty. But at the moment, Vinay, does Black Country have a drive-through, does he? Oh, thank you for that information.
He did, actually, yeah, sorry.
Come on, Shaggy.
No, I didn't think it was important.
No, it's fine. I mean, it is kind of, but I mean, the position that he is in, it's not of a big importance at the moment. But thank you, Vinay, for pointing that out in the chat. But safety car, we'll find out where it comes into in this lap. Shaggy, I believe it will. It probably will, as everyone's caught up to the back of the pack now. So, can imagine this will be the lap that it comes in. Let's have a look here. Will it come in now? Yes, it does.
Yep. Safety car in.
Into the pits now comes the safety car. Now Shanks will become that de facto safety car. And he'll be leading the pack at the moment. Oh, there's a bit of something's happening at the back here. Jordy FIFA's had a spin.
Yeah.
Because we're already back off the racing once again here. And it's going to be carnage into the first corner. I can imagine it's going to be lots of carnage as we're riding on the rear. This is a really good camera angle here. Codemasters is, RCA going to go for a move. Shankster I think it was someone's been squeezed.
Jeez.
Who? Oh, Met Boys, Adam Grin's had a bit of a punt. Pope's had a bang. Pope got squeezed quite a bit there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened, but it's going to go 4 wide into this corner. Who's going to come out on top?
Jeez.
Oh, and there's a bit of lag. Oh, and someone's come off. Someone's come off. Adam Grin's had a collision. Adam Grin's had a collision.
Yeah. That could be huge.
Adam Grin's got bad wing damage, shows it's Shax.
This could be it.
That's 2 Super League drivers out. Well, out of the top 10. Toussaint now puts himself in the top 10 here at the moment. But remember, Shankster still is, as Joe getting around Met Boy now and trying to break the deficit of the Super League team, their points. But what a big moment in this race is Adam Grin. I'm not sure what happened there. I didn't get the best of view, but it almost was 5 wide into that second. It's almost 5 wide into turn 4 there, Shaggy.
I mean, someone was going to get damage there on Adam Grin. Unfortunately, I think is he coming in? Yeah, he's coming in.
It's Adam Grin in, so is it Jax. 2 Super League drivers into the pits. And that could be a big blow for the Super League. Now it's time for the Premier Series to push. They need to push here. One of their main men, Tucson 0208 here, being attacked from behind from Bates. And Toussaint's really going to need to push now on the cars in front if he's going to want any form of a chance of trying to get the win here for the Premier Series team. But at the moment, it's still going to be, I believe, it will still be the Super League. Shankster at the moment leading. A bit of damage has come off someone's car there. I didn't quite see who that was. But at the moment, it's the Shankster leading, and with Toussaint in 4th. That is a total of 29 points, but it isn't enough. They need 53 points if they want to be able to beat the Super League. Any form of points they can. Any form of points they can, but Met Boy also in 6th place, as you're saying. So it's going to need even more points if they want to try and get into the top 10. And they need a few of their other drivers, the likes of X-Natty, Black Country Mush, and Sabo's out of this race. So they're already a driver down. And at the moment, it's going to be, looks like Adam Grin and It's Jax have both gone on to a set of soft tyres, and they're going to have to try and get the past, I guess. Toussaint. Oh, Black Country's retired. Black Country's retired.
Yeah,
that's another Super League driver down.
Yeah, that might
will we see Everyone come in for a set of softs who haven't paid. This is good for the Super League, though, here. Not for the good for the Super League, sorry, good for the Premier Series team, as Shankster can come in, pit for a fresh set of softs, and not have as bad as deficit as he thought he would.
Yeah, that's true.
It depends if whoever else is going to come in with him. Toussaint may even come in for an even fresher set of softs. What a race we've got in here. Remember, MQD's just entered the top 10, so he's getting a point in for the Super League. But at the moment, Toussaint in 7th now, so he's going to get 6 points. Shanks is going to get 25, so it's 31 points. So it still isn't enough with Metboy being in 6th place, getting 8 points. So they're going to need some form of miracle. But it looks like a couple of people stayed out, but Shanks are obviously coming in.
Yeah.
And it looks like quite a lot of. It looks like everyone mainly has stayed out, to be fair, apart from Pope and Shankster. X-Natty coming in. He looks like he wants a fresh set of softs because he wants to try and get himself up into the top 10. Shankster really going to be pushing here at the end of this race.
I mean, I think that might be it, though. Only 3 out of the 5 drivers now for the Premier Series are left in the race. So they're going to need a miracle.
And it needs some form of a miracle here, but Toussaint 5-lap hold softs, but I can't imagine they're very much worn here, Shaggy. He's been under 2 safety cars with them.
Yeah, exactly.
But let's have a look. Shanks actually comes back out in the top 10. Pope comes out just outside. But at the moment, with the points stand, Cryptek's leading at the moment. It's on 25 points. Joe is in 3rd, which is going to get him 15 points. So that's a total of 40 points for the freshman. RC8's in 2nd, which he will get 18 points. And Maris is in 4th, so he will get 12. So that's a total of 30 points. And what did I say, a 9-point gap? And what did I say, 40 and 30 points. So at the moment, if I have a look quickly, with Bates being in 7th, Thunder being in 9th, the freshman league team will get the points. Oh no, but they get reduced points. What am I saying? What am I saying? They get. I'm just ignore me. I'm just chatting complete waffle at this point because they all get reduced points. I mean, 15 points goes to 1st. I believe 12 points goes to 2nd. 10 points goes to 3rd. 8 points goes to 4th. 6 points goes to 5th. And it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I believe. Or is it 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? I'm not sure. We'll find out in the end when all the points are in. But at the moment, I believe the freshmen will get it over the academy. And at the moment, the Premier Series will not get it over the Super at the moment. But remember, we still have the 8 laps to go in this race. And the safety car, I can imagine, Shaggy, will come in this lap.
Yeah, I would say so, but it's going to be very tight between the freshmen and the academy.
It will. It's going to be tight between those who is going to get 3rd place and who will be at least to say, well, we didn't come last in the Golden Crown. So that'll be the bragging rights for them at the back. But up at the front, it's a battle between Super and Premier. And how ironic would it be, Shaggy, if the order of how this Golden Crown ended was going to be the order of how the leagues actually are based in the actual Gavra Racing League. If it ended off with Super, Premier, Freshman, then Academy. Imagine if it was that. Then we wouldn't have to do this entire thing, would we? We could have just turned around and gone, oh, well, it's just the order of how they are. But we're filling in for some good racing. And how good of a racing have we had, Shaggy, apart from Baku, across the entire of this Golden Crown? I mean, to be honest, there were good moments in Baku, to be fair. There were some good overtaking moments.
Safety car's in, though.
Safety car in this lap, and Cryptek's going to have to try and get the launch on RC8, but he's going to have his teammate Joe, who's going to try and look for a move, and now Mares going to be looking for a move. He's got round Met Boys. He's going to have a look round at Joe now. He's going to go wheel to wheel with Joe into the first corner, and Joe almost went down the inside of RC8. And at the moment, Met Boy and Toussaint. Oh, someone's round. It's MQD. MQD, it's another Super League driver here, Shaggy.
Yeah, I mean,
and Cryptek losing it to RC8. Oh, and someone's round. It's a freshman. Cryptek. Oh, it's Cryptek. Who's he hit? Who did he hit? Pope's retired.
Pope's out. And Met Boy as well.
and Met Boy, what happened there? As Joe's picked up damage off of that incident. Mares in second. I don't know what happened. As Shankster is now up somehow here, Shaggy. Shankster's up behind his teammate Toussaint.
Yeah.
After all of that, what happened there?
I mean,
But
no
at the moment,
so.
it's Jax is up into 7th. Nanny up into 8th as he's going wheel to wheel with Thunder. It's going to be tight as Thunder's got a bit of damage, but Xani gets around him in the end. But at
Shanks on the fresh softs as well.
At the moment, yeah, Shanks is on the fresh softs, and both of these guys have been looking to attack Joe here at the moment. Is Toussaint going to be looking for a move down the inside of Joe here into the first corner? Oh, it's going to be tight. But in the end, it's Toussaint going down the inside.
A good exit.
Oh, and now Shanks is going to have a look at
Shanks
Joe as
gets
well.
past as well.
But so will H-Jax have a look as well down the inside of Joe, and Joe's wing damage just isn't helping him out at all.
Yeah.
And Joe in the end gets ahead of H-Jax, but look at the pace that these Super League drivers, not the Premier Series drivers, are trying to show here, and they're really want this, and they're going for it as best as they can. But it might not be enough. As X-Zaddy's moving back up the grid as well, as he's having a battle with Adam Grin at the moment. Adam Grin up into 7th, so the Super League bringing some points back with H-Jax being in... H-Jax managed to get around Joe here, but Joe now sat in front of Adam Grin, going to be slowing him down as much as he can. And so at the moment, it's going to be Adam Grin behind Joe. Adam Grin needs to get around Joe here if he wants any form of getting some good points here for the Super League and trying to keep that title going. And if they want the best league, is going to have to go for it. And it's X-Nanny going to go for a move on Atom Grin and almost getting the move done there.
At the moment, it's 2 Academy League drivers, 1 and 2.
Yeah, the Academy League is showing some great pace. Maris, we knew, had so much pace here and is showing. Oh, there's a collision at the back. Who is it? Someone's round. Is it Natty? It's X-Natty, and it's poor there for the Super League team again. It's X-Natty round. I think he was having a battle with Adam Grin or Thunder. I'm not sure what happened there. Is Adam Grin getting the move done on Joe around the outside? Maybe.
He's still gonna be able to hold. No.
Yeah, Joe
nice
Joe seems to be really struggling with that wing damage that he's got, and this could actually be the academy now after that incident that happened where Cryptek and Bates having a bit of a collision there. This could go points-wise to the academy, and the academy could get it done over the freshman.
Yeah. Oh,
but Shanks getting it moved done on Toussaint. And look what they're trying to do. They're trying to double defend on H-Jax. They're trying to both defend as much as they can. H-Jax trying to slow him down as much as possible, so they can get the pass done. As Mares getting the move done around RC8, and Mares is now going to take this lead here.
Ooh.
4 laps to go, and it's Jack's going to go wheel to wheel with Toussaint here. Can imagine Toussaint's going to be quite struggling a lot here on these 10-lap-old softs, but he's only got 4 laps to go on them. I'm sure he can get them done. As it's Jack's a little bit of contact from behind.
Got a good run. Oh.
Toussaint down the inside.
Yeah.
And in the end, Toussaint keeps the position at the moment. And we'll have to find out the points at the end, but at the moment, I think it's still going to be the Super League who's going to win it as RC8 gets right back around Maris. Oh, Maris has got front right end plate damage, I believe. He does. Maris front right end plate damage. This could allow Shankster and Toussaint from behind to get the move done. As Xani getting the job around Bruzy. It's Jax getting it done on Toussaint. As Toussaint's going to now defend to the inside once again. And in the end, someone's off at the back. Who is it? It's Jody FIFA again, I believe.
Here we go. Adam Grant.
Adam Grin's trying to look for it. Toussaint defending to Adam Grin. He's defending to two Super League drivers. As Toussaint's going to be looking for...
Adam Grin gets the...
there's a bit of lag involved. Adam Grin's been hit by his teammate.
Adam Grin is off.
Oh my God, what a crash.
Yeah. And at the moment, It's Jax.
Did he? It looked like he got hit by his teammate. Oh my god! What a crash! That was hefty.
I tell you, if it's Jax crashes, the Premier Series could have a chance at this.
Oh my god! That was a huge crash. That was huge.
Yeah.
And
It's Jax the
Shankster.
only-
Sorry, throughout all of that, we didn't even realise, but Shankster's got around Mares at the top. Shankster around. What on earth happened? It's Toussaint and it's Jax having around, and it's Jax into fourth, trying to bring home some form of points for the Premier Series team. But what a crash!
Yeah.
Oh my god! Let's have a look at the position changes at the moment. It's X-Daddy, what a race from him. Bruzy as well, good race from him as well. It's Jax, good race from him again here. And RC8's putting in a really good performance up front, actually. As he's now being closed down by Shankster from behind at the moment. It's Toussaint's not going to let that gap go to It's Jax. But Toussaint will be struggling a little bit now on those soft tyres. Ooh, X-Daddy getting the job done on Thunder. X-Daddy really pushing now. He's going to be one of those points for the Premier Series team. And I don't know how close this is going to be.
I think this could be very close.
But remember the Premier Series team. Remember in the sprint race, the Premier Series will not get as many points as they did. I mean, all the leagues will not get as many points as they did in the last race here.
Yeah, it's Jax the
I'm not
only
sure
one.
who had fastest lap. Who's got? Can you check who has fastest lap, Shaggy? I might be able to check here. Actually, sorry. Fastest lap at the moment is Atom Grin has fastest lap.
Yeah. Geez, only 14 drivers left in this one.
Oh, is X-Daddy going to go down the inside of Thunder? Oh, and X-Daddy backs off in the end. X-Daddy backs off in the end. But at the moment, Adam Grin is fastest lap. I didn't check who got fastest lap on the last race.
I think it was Mares.
Was it Mares?
If I remember correctly, yeah.
Okay, so Mares got... So that's a point for the academy that I need to remember about. Hang on, I'm doing the wrong things here. Right, so at the moment, hang on, let me just keep that on that. Let me just keep that on that. Just give me a second here, guys. What a crash, though. That was insane.
It's Jax is close to Mares here.
Yeah, Mares has got front end plate damage on one of his wings.
Oh, it's Jax gets past.
It's Jax getting back. Toussaint getting past him as well. Yeah. So that damage really not helping Mares out at all. Someone's off in Sector 1. Who is it? Oh, it's just Cryptek at the back, I believe.
Oh, man. Here we go. Oh, Toussaint and Mares going at it. Oh! Mares fighting back.
So let's have a look here. So.
Oh my god. Oh! Mares!
What's happened?
Mares on the grass.
Oh, Mares is on the grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems to be struggling a lot here, Shaggy, with that damage that he's got. It's Toussaint round now. Shankster leading this race. He's what a race from him he's had.
Yeah. I mean, whoa. This has been great racing again this week.
What a crash, though. Adam Grin, that was insane. And Shankster's gonna go. RC8 wins it.
Shankster had a penalty.
RC8 wins it on penalties.
Yeah.
And it's Jax will take the final podium. Toussaint gets 4th, Mares in 5th, Joe in 6th. And if you just bear with me just 2 seconds. But yeah, if you want to, there is a new poll in the chat here for the driver of this race. So make sure you get voting for the driver of this race here. But at the moment, Shaggy, I'm just going to take a quick screenshot of the final positions because I'm going to have a look at how the points will be after this. But I believe at the moment it's going to be the Super League. But I need to just check on Need to just check on what's what there. But at the moment, it's drawn votes between Xnatty and Shankster at the moment in the polls. So make sure you get your votes in. But if you just bear with me 2 seconds, guys, I will get the points in and we will find out who is Gavra Racing Golden Crown champions of the world.
Ay, 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 what a race. What a race.
Bear with me 2 seconds. Oh, it was 8 and then 6 and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, okay. So bear with me 2 seconds there, guys. Make sure you get your votes in for the poll. At the moment, it's a 50-50 draw between Shankster and Xnatty. So get posting in there. Thank you, Vinay. Amazing commentary, he says to both of us. Peter Speckin says, well done, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Vinay. Me and Shaggy are very grateful for your comments. Right, just bear with me here. So there is your final grid, but that's not the end. That is not the end here, as I'm just going to quickly calculate who has won it. So if I go back up to the comments from before, bear with me a second. So the Super League was on 221, and it's Jack's got third, which was 10 points. So the Super League at the moment on 231 points at the moment. 231 points are for the Super League. So let me just put that in the chat quickly. So the Super League, the moment of truth here, guys. Super League is on 231 points. Right, no one put anything in the chat at the moment, as I'm just going to quickly... Premier Series, the moment of truth. I really should have done it in reverse order, to be fair. Do you know what? I'm actually not. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the freshman next, just to put everyone in anticipation. So, the freshman league teams. So, if you bear with me here, guys. So, the freshmen going into this race, we're on... Freshmen going into this race, we're on 97 points, and in the end they rocked up. So they were on 97 points, and in the end they rocked up. Joe finished in 6th, so that's 5. How many points? Finished. It's in 6. That's 5 points. Looks like Thunder finished in 8th. So 8th is 3 points, and Bruzy finished in that's just 106 points for the freshmen. So the freshman league have 106 points. The academy, did they beat the freshmen? We will find out. This is the battle for third. The Academy League team were on, before the 25% race, we're on 106 points. Did they beat the Premier Series team? Well, RC8 finished there, so he got that many points. And Mares finished there, so he got that many points. And Bruzy got that many points. So the Academy got 129 points. So in the end, they beat the Freshman League team. And now the moment of truth you will be waiting for. So the Super League were on 231 points. The Premier Series team were on 168 points. So the Premier Series won 221. The Super League won 221. The Premier Series were on 168. So the Premier Series got third, and the Premier Series, sorry, got 2nd and 4th and 7th. So 2nd, give me a moment. So they got 100. That wasn't 129, was it? What was it? 100 and bear with me. 168. 168 plus the points. Plus that many points. Plus that many points. Plus that many points. So, in the end, your Golden Crown winners are... Ooh, an intense moment. Still 18 viewers, they're all waiting. In the end, your Golden Crown winners are... the Super League team! Because the Premier Series ended on 192 points, so the Super League are your Golden Crown winners. And I don't think that'll change unless the stewards look at it. But well done to the Super League, and well done to all the drivers in the league for getting there, and well done to everyone for racing, both in the first race that we had, which was in, oh god, I'm awful, Bahrain, Bahrain. We were in Bahrain, and then we went to Baku, and then we went to Silverstone, and then finally we ended off in Interlagos. But thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, Shaggy. This is the final mainstream F1 league that we have going. We still have the weekend league going on a Sunday at 8 o'clock, but this is the main Gavra Racing Leagues finished with until the next F1 game. So thank you everyone for joining us, and everyone who has joined us across all of the leagues and has joined us across the whole Super, Premier, Academy and Freshman. So thank you everyone to joining. Thank you to Shaggy for joining me in across the whole of the Golden Crown. So thank you, Shaggy, for joining me.
Yeah, thank you for everyone for tuning in. I had a great time at every race, and great racing even in Baku. I thought it was good racing. So, thank you for everyone for watching, and I loved every minute. So thank you.
Thank you. And it was your first time commentating, Shaggy, and I have to say you did very well. So everyone, a round of applause to Shaggy for his first ever commentary. And you commentated on a big thing there. That was big. That was. And well done to also, just a shout out to all of the admin team who have organised all of these leagues and made everything possible for us across the whole of the season here on F1 2019, but it has come to an end. We have one more league left, and it is the weekend league, which will run just a little bit into the new game, and then that series will be over, and that will be the final series on F1 2019. But thank you to everyone for joining us. Thank you everyone for racing. Thank you to all our fellow commentators. Thank you for the co-commentators. Thank you to Evan and to Saint. Thank you to Neon for commentating in the premiere. I forgot who commentates alongside you. I apologise. And well, thank you to Jukebox and Toby1 Kenobi, who both commentate in the Super League as well. But thank you to everyone for driving, and thank you, Shaggy. Thank you to Gavra himself, the man, for getting this Twitch stream and getting it working, because it is really, really good and really, really useful. But we will see everyone in the next game, and make sure you tune in on the next few weekends. I believe there are only 2 weekends left of the new of the fresh and the sorry, not the freshman. I've lost my words now. 2 weekends left of the weekend league. We were in Russia, and then the week after we are back in Brazil. But make sure you tune in for those, and they'll be the final races on F1. But we will see everyone next season, and in the brand new F1 2020 game. And you excited for that, Shaggy?
Very excited. And you said most of it there. Thank you to everyone again.
Thank you to everyone. And we will see you all next season.